High above Phoenicia's ancient coasts and cities, where the Mediterranean laps against timeless shores, the Phoenician gods reign supreme. Each of these deities wields incredible power, manifesting in mythical weapons that are formidable in battle and steeped in magical abilities. These are the divine instruments of Phoenician mythology, symbols of celestial authority and mystical might. Join us as we explore these remarkable weapons, uncovering their power's depth and their profound impact on legendary tales. The Spear of Melkart. This was no ordinary spear. It embodied the majesty and power of Melkart, a deity often likened to Hercules for his strength and heroic feats. The spear wielded by Melkart was renowned for its extraordinary abilities, particularly its dominion over the elements of weather and the vast oceans. Whoever held this spear in their hands was granted unmatched control over the natural world, able to summon storms and calm seas at will. It was a weapon of immense physical power and a profound symbol of leadership and authority. This spear was revered across various cultures and frequently featured in tales and myths that spanned the region, echoing its significance far beyond mere combat use. It was seen as a key to supremacy, with its holder regarded as a leader destined to rule with wisdom and power. The Spear of Melkart was more than just a tool of war. It was a revered artifact, a symbol of divine right and leadership that commanded respect and inspired awe throughout ancient times. Its stories were passed down through generations, making it a legendary piece in the annals of history, celebrated for its capacity to bring both victory in battle and order in chaos. Baals Thunderbolt. Baal, the formidable storm god, possessed a thunderbolt of unparalleled power, a weapon capable of breaking the very skies open with its force. This thunderbolt was no mere celestial phenomenon. It held the catastrophic power to cleave mountains in two, demonstrating Baal's overwhelming control over the forces of nature. Whenever Baal unleashed his thunderbolt, it was not just an act of divine intervention, but a pronounced declaration of his sovereignty over the skies and the earth beneath. The terrifying might of this thunderbolt served as a stark reminder of his dominion, marking him as the supreme ruler of the storms, and a deity not to be trifled with. The mere sound of his thunderbolt could instill fear and awe in all who heard it, resonating as a deep, ominous rumble that echoed across the heavens and the earth. This fearsome weapon was more than a tool of destruction. It symbolized Baal's ability to govern and manipulate the natural world, showcasing his role as a pivotal figure in the pantheon of gods. The thunderbolt also reflected Baal's raw power and majesty, reminding mortals and immortals alike of the storm god's vast reach and his critical role in maintaining balance and instilling order through his tempestuous will. Anat's War Sickle. This tough sickle was made during the chaos of war and was the favorite weapon of Anat, the scary goddess of war and fighting. Its blade was very sharp and made to destroy Anat's enemies easily, cutting through them as effortlessly as a scythe cuts through ripe grain. This wasn't just a farm tool used for fighting. It was a true weapon made for battle, shaped to fit Anat's aggressive and unstoppable fighting style. The sickle was designed to be both useful and symbolic, capturing the harsh and quick nature of Anat herself. In her hands, the sickle wasn't just a war tool, but an extension of her own powerful will, representing her very being as a war deity. Its curved blade showed the certain death that comes with war, as sure as the changing of seasons when crops are harvested. Anat was an expert with the sickle, using it with such accuracy that her enemies were both amazed and frightened. Every swing was a powerful and deadly move, ending lives with a dark finality that reflected the inevitable end she brought. Anat's skill with the sickle made her a respected and feared goddess all over the ancient world. Her presence in battle could change the outcome, as allies and enemies knew how effectively she could take lives. The sickle was more than just a weapon. It symbolized her power and mastery in war, a fearsome object that showed her dominance in battle. As she took the souls of the dead, her sickle became seen not just as a destructive tool, but also as a sign of the ongoing cycle of life and death that she oversaw. Her quick and firm actions in battle showed the brutal truths of war and the role of gods in controlling mortal conflicts. Astarte's Bow of Flames. Astarte's bow, an emblematic weapon of the goddess renowned equally for her roles in love and war, wielded the formidable power to launch flaming arrows that cut through the air and struck her foes with unerring precision. These arrows weren't just deadly, they were aflame, setting the battlefield ablaze and casting a literal and symbolic glow over the conflicts in which they were used. The fire of these arrows directly reflected the intense passion and fervor that Astarte inspired in her followers, while simultaneously striking fear into the hearts of her enemies. The bow itself was a masterful blend of the extremes of love's depth, and the violence of warfare, embodying the dual nature of Astarte herself. Its use on the battlefield was a spectacle of awe and terror, as each arrow illuminated the sky, marking the goddess's presence with each strike. The bow served as a weapon of physical destruction and a tool of psychological warfare, reminding all of the fierce protection and wrath Astarte could offer. It was a weapon that transcended mere combat utility, a sacred artifact representing the goddess's ability to influence and control the battlefield through warriors' hearts and fears. Eshmen's healing staff. Unlike the usual weapons of war, Eshmen's staff was a famous symbol of healing, health, and fresh starts. As the god of health, Eshmen used this staff to heal wounds and cure diseases, no matter how serious. The staff was known for its amazing ability to fix even the worst injuries and cure the deadliest illnesses, making it a powerful sign of miraculous help. Both gods and people highly valued Eshmen's staff, especially during times of disease outbreaks and widespread injuries. When this staff appeared on a battlefield or in a community hit by sickness, it brought not only medical relief, but also a deep feeling of hope and the chance for new beginnings. The staff was like a shining light in times of darkness, representing the ability for life to grow and prosper again after tough times. Mot's Scythe of Shadows. Mot's scythe was more than just a tool of death. It was a profound symbol of the transition between the realms of the living and the dead. This eerie scythe, wielded by Mot, the god of death, had the chilling capability to sever the thin veil that separates life from the afterlife. With this scythe, Mot could summon spirits from their eternal rest or claim the souls of the living, transporting them to the underworld with distressing ease. The scythe was not only a feared artifact but also a profound symbol of the inevitability of death and the power it holds over life. Its presence constantly reminded all beings of their mortal limits and the ultimate dominion of death over life. The Scythe of Shadows was a tool that embodied the cold, impartial nature of death, reminding all of the natural cycle of life and death and the power that death holds in shaping the human experience. Yams Trident of Tides. Yam, the sovereign of the seas, held a trident of extraordinary power, symbolizing his dominion over all aquatic realms. This trident wasn't just a mere weapon used in battle. It was a profound instrument of control and authority over the world's waters. With a mere gesture, Yam could command the tides and currents, unleashing devastating floods to wash away foes, or calming the wildest storms to guide sailors to safety. This trident's capabilities extended beyond natural phenomena. It played a pivotal role in maintaining the balance and order of the marine world. Its powers were essential for controlling the physical seas and influencing the weather patterns that depended on oceanic temperaments. Yam's trident was revered and feared, known to be able to alter coastlines, reshape islands, and even create new waterways. This potent tool underscored Yam's status as a primary deity in the pantheon, his might and mastery over the seas manifesting through the power imbued within his trident. Kothar Wakasis's divine tools. Kothar Wakasis, the celestial craftsman, possessed a set of divine tools with capabilities beyond the imagination of mere mortals. These were not ordinary tools. Each one was imbued with magical properties that allowed Kothar Wakasis to craft and dismantle the very fabric of reality. With these tools, he could construct palaces that floated in the skies or forge weapons that could decide the fates of gods and men alike. His tools had the power to alter the essence of both divine and earthly realms, making him a key architect in the creation of the world and its ongoing evolution. These creation instruments reflected Kothar Wakasis's vast creative genius, allowing him to manipulate elements and materials that other deities could not even touch. He could shape the destinies of entire civilizations, crafting artifacts and structures that were both enchanted and eternal. Moreover, Kothar Wakasis's tools were symbolic of his ability to mediate between chaos and order, as he used them to repair damages to the world or to introduce innovations that advanced the course of divine and human history. Shapash's Lantern. Shapash, the sun goddess, carried a bright lantern that could expose hidden truths or instantly burn away lies. This lantern was a powerful symbol of enlightenment and truth, shedding light on secrets and misdeceptions. It represented the illuminating power of the sun and Shapash's ability to guide and reveal the true path. Reshef's Chariot of Plague. Reshef, a god associated with both warfare and disease, rode a dark chariot that spread illness wherever it traveled. The chariot was a harbinger of doom, its mere presence enough to bring about outbreaks and epidemics. It exemplified the destructive aspects of Reshef's power, spreading fear and devastation in equal measure as it roamed across lands. the Shield of Sidon. In Phoenician mythology, this mythical shield belonged to the patron god of the city of Sidon, often associated with protection and maritime prowess. The Shield of Sidon was not only impervious to any physical attack, but also had the magical ability to reflect any curse or evil back upon its sender. It was adorned with intricate carvings depicting sea creatures and maritime scenes, symbolizing the city's deep connection with the sea. The shield's powers extended beyond mere defense. It could emit a blinding light that disoriented enemies during battle, making it an indispensable asset in both offensive and defensive strategies. The god wielding this shield could command respect and safety in any confrontation, be it against gods, mortals, or mythical beasts. The Shield of Sidon was a symbol of invulnerability and divine guardianship, ensuring the city's prosperity and the safety of its people from any external threats. What do you think? Could the tales of these powerful Phoenician weapons reflect truths once known to ancient civilizations? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you found these myths as fascinating as we do, and don't forget to subscribe for more.